Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode 21. Thank you guys for tuning in. And not much has happened in the last week.
Not really, as far as news goes.
What have you been up to?
Sick kids.
Normal,
yeah. The little one finally got his surgery and he was recovering, so took care of him last week.
That's good.
Yeah. And then, cleaning out the garage, getting our game.
We played a game in 90-degree weather, basically.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a good picture of it, but it's because the Orgoths are so glossy. I took them out, and then they fogged up.
Yeah, it was so funny.
I've never seen that on a miniature.
Yeah. And the reason is because my air conditioner is broke, but it's not completely broke. And since I recently bought my house with a home warranty, they won't give me a free air conditioner until it's completely broken. So, yeah.
Nice.
So it's like 82 degrees in my house.
Yeah.
It's running full time.
I would die.
Yeah, well, it's not easy.
I bet.
Yeah.
But I have been basically just organizing the workshop a lot this week, getting everything kind of reset.
Yeah.
Painting. I got the 2-list help with acres. I appreciate that. Got 2-list kind of dialing in. We're tinkering with them. I got my list right here on my Pop-Tart box to what to paint and what group with. Protein Pop-Tarts, by the way. Delicious.
Sure.
You'd be surprised.
I would not be surprised.
I always have the weirdest snacks.
You do have weird snacks.
All the time. But I got my 2-list things. I got my order of paint and when I'm going to paint it. Get it ready for Nova.
Yep.
Because we'll talk about it later. I'm playing Orgoth at Nova now.
Apparently, yeah. Because I'm not going to be able to go.
Yep. And then I don't want to play Red. And I'm painting an Orgoth army. So kind of like...
So why not?
Why not?
Yeah, because Dust won't be there, so...
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like those Dust pushbacks. And we'll talk about it because the Primecast later. It's just like...
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. So that kind of sums up... Oh, fun news. Totally unrelated. Gym today went fantastic. Back to benching my body weight for reps. Did 225. 220 for 2.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Getting strong again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up is 225. That's the golden PR for dudes.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like if you can hit 225, that's like you're in the top 5% of people ever.
Oh, what's it? 300.
315 is like the 1% of the 1%.
Oh, okay, is it?
315? Yeah, that's a lot of weight.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I mean, I've never done it, but I've seen it.
But yeah, like 315 is like people who watch it like on YouTube, like, oh, that's normal weight. Guy who just reps it for 10. But like to be able to bench 315 is like 5 years in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like years of work, and it is not easy.
So that's how long, I mean, would you say the Orgoth have been in the gym?
Oh, the Orgoth
of years then?
Oh, the Orgoth are on so much trend. And like everything under the sun. They are benching 405 like it is baby
So you think
weight.
they're like injecting Tarask horn ground up into their veins?
Something.
Yeah?
They're on something.
They're on some Tom Brady mix?
Oh, 1,000%. Like professional movie star level gear.
Okay. All right.
They're PED every day.
Oh.
And they're, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll see it in our unboxing that'll probably come out after this. The arms on that dude.
Yes.
And then his legs.
His legs
my
are
God.
ripped.
Like, you could see the striations.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
Yeah. Who molded that? Was it Doug? Is it on there? Anyway, whoever molded it definitely
Fantastic.
has some, great stuff. I don't even
You
know
had
if
good
they're-
references.
I don't even know if
Sculptor
they're
Edgar Ramos.
Edgar Ramos? Okay.
That dude, fantastic.
Yeah.
Good job. The model is sweet.
It is, and surprisingly huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think the 80 mils would be that big because that bison looks small.
It does look small. Have you seen it in real life
I
yet?
have not.
Okay. Because I know Jay has a couple.
Yeah.
But, like, the Tarask head is
The size of a light jack.
the size of a light jack. Not an exaggeration. Watch the video after the unboxing. We put a comparison up, and it is gross. So, yeah.
I can't wait till we just do, like, an all-out battle where we just have, like, fun lists.
What with the one we were supposed to do at Nova?
Yeah.
Yeah, or not Nova, but Vocor.
Vocor.
Maybe next year we'll bring the walls up to Vocor and do that.
Yeah.
Like 200, 300 points.
Yeah, that'd be big. But I just mean, like, even just narrative gameplay. Or
Oh,
just, like,
yeah,
even
narrative.
we have to do a bad rep, we do have some fun lists.
Yeah. Well, that's when Ross and everybody else can start showing up too.
Yeah, and I'll bring some void engines for some silly antics.
Jesus.
They're not viable, but like they're fun.
They're fun, yeah. They're cute.
They're cute.
They're
Very
cute.
cute.
They're cute.
Now we can get into the main thing, the dusk pushback.
Yeah, that's sad.
And they talk about it in the Primecast. They said, and it's crazy that because the Dusk are produced in Europe, they're going to get possibly released at the same time or after Trolls because of shipping.
Yes. Weird, right?
Very. And I think, and we talked about this earlier. We thought that was going to happen, that like because now they're ramping up production in-house stateside.
Yep.
They're going to be able to crank out models now.
Yeah. And I know the move went well, or at least that's what Matt said. So they're all set up and they're just pumping out models.
That's
and
sweet.
They've obviously did some lessons learned and improved their game on printing. So.
Yeah. The Tarask is definitely the new resin.
And I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if that's European resin or American resin.
I don't think it's dark enough to be the. Because the X pack of the Forge Master was darker than that, so that might still be European resin.
Okay.
Because that's like more of the middle gray.
You know what I wonder? If the repack I got was...
That's what I'm saying. The repack was probably the new.
The repack, yeah. So, because I had to repack a Forge guy.
Yeah.
And it was definitely of a different color resin, so I think, yeah. So I think I have two Europeans and one American one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's kind of cute.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I have a limited edition American version of the guy.
I'm sure everybody else was broken Forge Masters.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
because he broke a lot.
Well, yeah, both broke. Then the repack broke, and then I was like, all right, I'll just take it. Yeah. So,
so because of the Dusk pushback, I will be playing. We decided because you suggested, why don't you play Orgoth? Because you can paint it. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Orgoth are really hard to play, but we'll figure it out.
I mean, it's so
higher skill floor.
High skill floor. Yeah, that's
than Dusk.
Correct. Yeah. 100%.
I think Dusk was a good way for me to get good at getting reps in. Yeah. For sure. I think they're still a fun list. But like Orgoth skill floor is much higher. There's a lot more going on, especially with Sabrith. Because she has so many spells. You have so many more things to do with Orgoth and so many more niche models, I think. So yeah. And like your positioning has to you have to put one thing here so that model will kill that other thing because Orgoth are deadly. And then once it kills it, then you can just bulldoze the other guy. Yep. So, and then, yeah, that's that. So yeah, I'm playing Dusk, so you can test now, and you're playing Orgoth. Yeah. Which could lead us into our battle report that we recorded. So we'll pull that up real quick. Let's get that pulled up. We did a little time lapse. It's going to be a little funky. But this is good for our YouTube viewers, our Apple and Spotify listeners. If you're out there, I apologize. Yes. You'll have to follow along. So we played 75 points. I played your Dusk list, which is basically 2 Cav, Izzy, a heavy, a light. Isfi. Yeah. Whatever. Oh, because Izzy's the other. Yeah, Izzy's red. Archers, and then a unit of mechanics, and then... a light jack. And then what's your caster's name? Oh, Tyrus. Good dude. Oh, and Prisoner, which is extremely hard to disappointing. Extremely disappointing. And she's 4 points, by the way. It doesn't matter if she was 1 point. Okay? She could have been 1 point, and it wouldn't have fucking mattered. And then you're playing, the 3 heavies, 1 shooty, 2 lights, a unit of Reavers, 2 Witch Coven, 2 Forge Masters, and Savvy. And the Reavers with and a Reaver Commander. Yep. So you brought a lot of beef. I did. A lot of jacks. So that's 5 jacks. Yeah. 3 units and 3 solos. So pretty balanced. But your guys are much beefier. It didn't feel that way. Well, we'll get into that. Yeah. So this is our setup. He advanced deployed. He got. They should be able to see. Yeah, they should be able to see the mouse. So we got 2 walls set up because he brought defenses, and then the fire pit. The barrel. The barrel. Yeah, which his main goal was to bring this jack over and then I guess throw it at me. I guess. That was your thought. I have never used defenses ever. Yeah. I kind of just put stuff out there. We haven't played with them at all. We haven't played with them at all. I mean, I played old Mark III and Mark II where trolls could put out walls. Yeah. Which is similar, but not the barrel. So we had first game, we had really no idea what was going on. We'll talk about it later, but it kind of hurt you more than it helped you. Yeah. You went first, right? I did go first. Yep, I won the roll to go first. We'll go ahead and skip a little bit here. So, this is our sped up version. Advanced deployed, and basically first turn of every War Machine game is just run up. Archers there. Move the cavalry up. Now, Archers are the guys in blue. These are proxies. Yeah, those are proxies.
Isfi is the Eternia,
The Chimera.
The Chimera.
Spiky Jack.
and then the other Jack is you're just Eidolon. I'm sorry, I don't know what your Jacks are called.
That's the Sphinx. That's the Eidolon.
Yeah.
So there's his turn. First turn 1.
So first turn 1, ran the cavalry over here, 2 units right here, basically behind this building.
Yeah.
In preparation for the Ghost Walk. Isfi kind of here thought was to bring her up as a secondary. After the cavalry charged in, killed a bunch of stuff. Had the other Jack again for the support and the archers to come in and probably clean up.
Yep. You casted IR on the cats.
Casted IR on the cats, yes, and deceleration was put out.
And then you also, earlier, you set prey. The cat on the inside wall is prey to the Reavers.
Correct.
Didn't know this was before the swap.
This was before the swap, so I was going to talk about the swap. I put prisoner right here because basically I measured it was going to be 9 inches to right here. So if he ran up with anybody, I was going to put prisoner here and then try to eat his entire unit, which he did. Yep. So he's moving up. Obviously, first turn War Machine is just positioning. And of course, he moves his unit up behind the wall, trying to protect them. He takes some shots. Yeah. Oh, this is the part right here. So we figured out that I prayed, but he didn't.
Because I forgot I had prey.
Because you forgot he had prey. So basically what happened was he said he's going to pray the unit that I prayed.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, then I would have moved, basically swapped the positioning of the cavalry and put the prayed unit from these guys on the other side of the building, not this side.
And we agreed upon just kind of flopping that over.
Yeah. So, and then, my prey target is on these guys is this light jack. Because the thought was, or this light jack. Yep. The thought was these guys are going to come over, probably kill him, and then repray something to get more attacks on it. So he moves up, takes some shots. I don't think you hit or did any damage on those shots. Yeah. So pretty rough, pretty bad. But you also moved up your shooty jack eventually to take some shots.
Yeah, right here we're kind of just discussing.
We talked about we talked about you needed the arc node to put IR on that unit.
Yeah.
Because you were out of range. So then you move up your heavy jack. You take some shots. Again, you pretty much botch everything.
Yeah, all my dice rolls were really bad from the beginning of the game. Like, abnormally bad.
Mm-hmm.
Put the light jack up there near the house to kind of block some of the lanes for him to land in. Because he has Ghost Walk. I know he can walk through. But my goal was to block some of that.
So, positioning at the end of turn 1. He's controlling this area. He's got light jack here to kind of block me from getting to this heavy jack. He looked like he split the heavy jack and the light jack over here to try to bring some support over. He's got his support units in the back and support units in the back.
I think my first mistake here was setting this heavy jack a little too far forward.
I agree.
You'll see later.
And also, yeah. So
I should have had him further back because he has such a long charge.
Yes.
I should have made you come into me, repo super far back, and then I would still control the board.
Yes. So my turn, I'm thinking about feeding. Obviously, I really should feed because there's no reason not to. I think for a minute, measure everything out. And the thought here is that prisoner will do prisoner things and run up and annihilate that unit so I can repray and then have basically carte blanche on the board and do whatever I want. And then you, I think, said, yeah, go ahead and try it. It doesn't work. And then this is me wasting a card to give her Pathfinder, so she doesn't have the 2 inches of doesn't need the 2 inches of movement here. Then I attack the first model. I think I needed a 5.
Yeah,
I needed a 5. I rolled a 4, and then I was like, "Welp, that's that plan."
That is my entire experience with prisoner.
Yeah,
all the time.
Like I said, she could be 1 point.
Because you even asked me, well, how do you buff things to hit? Not in that list.
Yeah, I was like, "Can I buffer it? Do I need a buffer to hit?" Apparently I did, because, yeah. So here, I kind of switch the knight positioning, so this knight comes back over here.
This is after you feeded, you're doing your 2-inch placements.
Yep, doing my 2-inch placements. As you see, everybody kind of just moved up here. The crucial thing about the knights is I moved this knight here so he could charge over here, and then one of the knights from over here moved over here so they could switch charge targets.
Yep.
So the praise still stay on the praise, and this is where I think the 2-inch place is kind of really, really, really good. Is I was able to essentially switch sides on my cav.
Yeah.
This guy is going to be able to charge up in here. This guy, who can now see the light jack, can now charge the light jack. And Isfi is gonna bring up the rear when she needs to.
Real quick.
The what?
Let me see your phone.
Oh, okay.
You unlock it.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I should probably unlock my phone for him.
Yeah. Our phone's sitting in recording right now.
So, did the first charge here on this light jack. My thought was charge it and then place up here to try to kill some of his support pieces. I thought I was going to kill the light jack in this round. Did a significant amount of damage to him, but I did not overcommit, and then he lived on 4 hit points.
That jack survived and didn't do anything after.
And then I was able to kill 1 Witch Coven and his Forge Master, which I count as a win. And then I repo all around to do crazy things. Then the next one is
Oh, we were talking about because we thought you botched the placement.
we thought, yeah. So what happened here was when we talked about threat ranges, the threat range was 13.
And you moved 13.
And I moved 13 instead of 11 because I was counting the 2 inches. So we remeasured it. It looked like from the 11 inches everything was fine over here. And we removed the light jack because I was like, well, then I would just kill the light jack. But then we were like, well, I think if I was here, I could still get the 2 inches. Same thing. So left his light jack on there.
Yeah.
And now this cab comes in. And they're placing to engage. Couldn't exactly fit. So we started eating the unit. And then putting damage on the light jack.
He did have battle list on this unit.
I did have battle list, yes.
You were chewing through stuff.
So I annihilated this light jack. Tried to get some damage in on this heavy. And I put some significant damage in on it.
Yeah.
And then here.
This is where I got too fancy.
This is where you got too fancy.
I thought I was being cool.
So I hit him. And then he triggers, for some reason, hyper aggressive.
I was like, oh, cool. I'll get ready to.
And he moves the guy around closer to Isfi, for whatever reason. Let's talk about that. Talk about what were you thinking? Take us through your mind when
That's a bad idea.
No. Take us through your mind.
So I was like, okay, cool. I forgot they had repo. Let's start there.
Okay. Even though I just repoed and this is your army.
I don't know. I thought I was just being cute. That's really it.
That's fair.
I thought I was just being cute. I was like, oh, cool. I'll line this charge up for Isfi next turn. And then I was like, oh, wait, she hasn't activated. Yeah.
So this is the moment in the game.
This was the me throwing the game.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Now, to be fair, I think Isfi still had range on you with the 3 inches and the charge.
Because she was close.
Yeah, she was close. So you move around and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll repo out of the way. And now Isfi just comes in.
Yep.
But I am out of range of the shooty jack, so I have to go beat up on the heavy jack.
Which already has no damage of it. But yeah, you ate right through it. His feat does work.
Yeah.
I think for 17 points, even at 75, she's a really good take. And
Agreed. You get the battle list, you get the IR, and you get all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And then here I was thinking, could I repo out? And then I did a little bit. And mainly my idea there was to block a little bit of this lane in case he tried to get fancy for whatever reason. And plus I didn't want to leave Isfi over here in this area because that opens her up to too many things on this side just being charged. The light jack and the heavy jack comes over and just punches this dude in the face, spiked the hit, and crushed him through the cover.
Yeah.
So my dice were really good, and
I think your dice were pretty average.
Okay.
Like, you didn't super spike, and like on some of them you did, but on some of them you were like, oh, just good damage.
Yeah.
It wasn't like crazy.
So here I line up the archers to get what I think is going to be a hard shot and just kind of taking the pot shots at the Witch Coven over here.
You did kill one.
And yeah, so
I think you missed the...
No, I hit the first time, and then I killed her, and then I was out of range of everything. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, yep, I'm out of range. So that was done. Run the light jack over here just in case things get a little wild. And then that is the end of turn 2, or my turn 2.
Yeah.
So essentially I eliminated a light jack, a heavy jack, and this unit.
And then this is where I recorded it because we were just doing a test recording to see how the quality is. So let us know what you think of this. This is with the worst camera. Mm-hmm. So it will be better than this when we do a real recording, but I don't think it's too bad. No. After this is where things went incredibly downhill.
It went real bad for you.
So like, I'm like, okay, I'm not totally out of it. I need some dice to go my way.
Yeah. Like you weren't out of it. You could have still won it here. So, and we'll just talk through it, what happened.
Go ahead.
So essentially, you were like, okay, I need to kill these two guys to score the zone.
Yep.
I need to
kill that close one.
Need to kill this close one to get perdition off, to move this heavy jack to this
middle.
area,
Yep.
and then kind of get on Isfi. It all managed on him killing these two models, and then him killing this model, and then him walking over here and doing that. So here's what happened. He
had full focus.
Had full focus, 3 focus on this guy. This guy had 3 focus, and then this guy I think got 1 focus. So this guy charges. This commander over here charges in. Whiffs completely all the attacks. Now the light jack goes, punches this guy. Once, does like 1 point of damage.
Yep.
Takes D3 damage.
Knocks out his bad arm.
Knocks out his movement.
Yeah.
Knocks out his movement, and then he is like on death's door.
I think he had 3 boxes.
Yeah. Tries to hit me again, misses. Hits me again, does no damage. I obsidian shards the light jack to death.
Yep.
Before he could even do anything.
It was
so that was bad. So whiff here, kills in response. Whiffs here. So then Sabby has to go. Sabby charges over here to try to kill this guy with perdition. Misses perdition, needing like a 5.
Yeah.
Then it basically punches this guy to death. Then casts perdition over here, hits, does a couple damage. I make the tough check, but this heavy jack does get to move over to this area.
Yeah, he did thankfully get that off.
Correct. Your guy right here runs in and just annihilates his life.
Because Forge Masters apparently have armor piercing and just stabbed the cat through the heart.
Yes, and the cat just fell over and died.
Yeah. Which cleared up that jack to shoot later.
Yeah, so you shot Isfi, did a couple points of damage. This jack came over, you annihilated Isfi.
Not really.
Well, you killed her.
But that's like barely.
Yeah, but you had to use all your focus and all your attacks to kill her.
Like I didn't spike at all. It was super average dice. I killed Isfi, and that was it.
Yes. But the bad part was, essentially, I scored this zone, this flag, and this zone.
Yep.
And you did not score any points. So I was up 3, and it was going into my turn.
Ow.
So there was no way you could win at this point. So I was like, here, move this Reaver Commander over to here. Let's keep playing. That was a mistake. Because even after my turn, there was nothing he could do. Because I annihilated him with a cav and brought this heavy over, and it was over.
Yeah, it was...
So...
you even were like... Every roll was like a 2 and a 1.
Yeah.
Or like a 3 and a 1. It was
bad.
And I even traded out dice, and it helped a little bit, and then the ruck, and like 3 rolls, and then it was back to that.
Yep.
And you know what, War Budgies, I was using your dice, and they didn't help me.
It's true.
So it's your fault I lost.
Blame it on Joan. Yep.
Yeah. So, but like, I think if the dice, I still think I would have lost, even if dice were in my favor.
Yeah. So I will tell you that after this turn right here, I was not afraid of losing the game at all.
No.
I don't think you had enough stuff without like you spiking a bunch of dice and me failing all the tough rolls.
Yeah.
You were in a great position. I think this was a losing position for you. So again, dusk are amazing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you absolutely bullied me, and part of that is I positioned wrong.
Correct.
You had free reign of my stuff.
Correct. And I used your cover that you put out.
And that what we talked about later is like, since we think the cover should have been instead of here at the edge of this zone, basically so I can tow the zone, annoy you, and Reaver the Reavers can just shoot over it.
Correct.
Or just like if they need to pop over it and run.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. I think that's the play. This didn't come into play at all, obviously, over here.
There wasn't nothing over.
The only thing I would have done is run the light jack over here to control or contest or control the zone.
Yeah.
Also putting the wall kind of like in front of the flag was probably not a bad idea. So I think the misplacement...
Be careful with the 3 inches though from flag.
Oh, that's right, objectives.
Yeah, so that was like a weird thing with defenses on this map were also not great because like I couldn't put it here in the middle without 3 inches away.
Right.
So I had to put it over here. Couldn't put it near the building.
Yep.
Couldn't put it near this flag.
Mm-hmm. And you couldn't put it near the fire barrel.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know what the point of the fire barrel is.
So I thought you were doing it because I thought you were gonna walk up with your light jack, pick it up with your claw, and toss it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that's what you're gonna do.
And
Is that not?
I didn't get there in time.
No, you didn't. But I thought that was your plan.
That was the plan.
Okay,
It just
alright.
didn't work.
So yeah, so you knew what you were doing with the
Yeah.
fire pit or the.
POW 15 AoE, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. Yeah.
I probably should put it further back and then wait for you to like kind of.
Yeah.
What I should have done is played way slower, let you eat up these reavers all day.
Yeah.
Then you have to repo back, and then I can hit you like hard.
I think so. I think that would have been the better play.
Because then I'm going into.
I think you gave me too much stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like you gave me, and again we've talked about this. The choices.
I didn't give you. I gave you easy choices.
You gave me
hard
easy
choices.
choices. Yeah, and all the choices were like, all right, I'm gonna make this choice. Not I have to choose between this and this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's okay. This is your first time with Orgoth.
Yeah.
So
I'm not super. This time I'm not beating myself up about it.
no. I still think you did. I mean, barring even your crappy dice, you still did.
I held on.
You held on. Yeah.
I knew kind of how the army was supposed to work a little bit, like within reason. I figured I just was a little too far. I was just like 2 inches too far
Yes.
on everything, basically.
Mhm.
I think if I played 2 inches back on including the walls, including the models, you would have had to come up. You couldn't have feeded, then I could have alpha striked, and then you
Correct.
wouldn't have. And that's what I brought into playing against other people with. I don't get a good turn to feet because you've hit me first.
Yep.
And then that whole caster, whole cute trick out the door.
So another thing that I like to do against Dusk is, so you see the building in front of you, like I think you could have used that to your advantage better, because if you could get all up on the building,
Like touch it.
touch it, you know, like it doesn't give me a lot of room to get through,
Yeah.
you know, and on with the
You
cavalry,
get charged through the building, but you have
Correct.
to walk through.
yes, and without the charge, the cavalry are not as effective.
No.
You know, they're not getting the cavalry charge bonus, and they're not getting the charge
dice,
bonus. Yeah.
yeah.
So just something to think about. Also, I thought maybe you should have sacrificed one of the Witch Coven units. Maybe just run them up as fodder, you know, to give yourself a little bit of a shield.
Okay.
Mm.
Things to think about for next.
Things to think about. Yep. But we're gonna play a lot of Dusk or a lot of Orgoth. I'm gonna be bringing all kinds of stuff against you. So
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be a fun challenge for me because I've been told and I'm learning that and seeing that they are definitely a higher skill floor.
yeah. So I mean, I've only got a few, like maybe like 5 or 6 games with them. You know, and every time I play them,
I learned something.
I learned something, but I also am like, I understand how good they are, but I'm like, in my brain, it's so hard to get them good.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, you know, like I can feel the power, and whenever I succeed and figure out the puzzle, they're devastating.
Yeah.
But like my brain getting to the puzzle solving part is hard.
Yeah.
With them. With Dusk, it's just like, oh, are you 13 inches away from me? All right, I'm going to kill like this and this, and then I'm going to repo back, and then I'm just going to, all right, your turn. Oh, you didn't do anything? All right, now I'm going to kill everything else.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's gonna be good for me to push myself to learn that list.
Mhm.
And I come back to Dusk, and you'll have Orgoth, and you'll have seen me play it a bunch, so you'll learn through proxy through
Yep.
me. So we'll both have some pretty good knowledge on these armies. When we,
Yeah, and I think it's a great way to play test, because when I was playing Magic pretty heavily, like I would be the guy that would always play the off decks when
Like the
play
rogue
testing.
ones?
Yeah, the rogue ones, or like, you know, if we were going to a tournament and we were playing like X deck, the team was,
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, I'll be the guy that's going to play the rest of the meta. And I felt like, and my results showed it, but like I was better prepared because I was seeing the other side of
we
the
did.
match.
When we prepped for I went to Dragon Ball Nationals and stuff, we would prep. We'd all have every deck built.
Yeah.
And we would, many a nights, just all night, cranking through games.
Yeah.
Opening hand, all right, cool. And then you run it against every deck.
Yep.
And you go for it. And that's, I didn't do too well at Nationals, but
Well, yeah.
my buddies did. I think my buddies got top 16.
That's good.
The
Yeah.
team I was with was very good. But that's how we practice. That's how you
Yeah.
practice. You play against and with the other armies.
Mhm.
For sure.
But let us know if you like this. If not,
yeah,
then
we
oh
can
well.
start incorporating this every week.
Yeah.
This is not hard to do.
Yeah.
If you guys want a time lapse, just to throw on the channel, you can kind of watch it without some audio. That'd be fine. I'll go back to this. This kind of wraps up anything.
Yeah, not a lot going on right now. Just
One commenter out there. Thank you for calling me the Orgoth GVM. That was the
Oh,
great.
God.
After you explained it, that was the greatest compliment I've ever gotten.
yeah. So now you got to do more Orgoth leg days.
No, I have to hit an arm day now.
Oh yeah, showing the arms off.
Hit a shoulder day. Oh, the dude's arms.
Well, you'll see. You'll
Yeah,
see.
You'll see. That'll probably come out. This will probably come out. This is Monday. This will probably come out Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then the recording will come out Wednesday because I'm off. I can edit it, upload it.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then maybe this weekend a speed paint video on Iris.
Sure.
So I just be able to. That's the idea.
You got the paint. So.
I do. But yeah, that kind of quick podcast.
Yeah.
You guys enjoyed a good old 30 minutes of us rambling about how bad I am for now.
For now, you're getting better.
now,
You're getting better. You know, we're training you. We're getting you all trained up.
We're gonna get you in the gym next. That'll be the swap.
If you would go at lunch, I would go. But like, I have no.
You know
other
where I
time.
work. They would never let me.
I do know where you work, and you should probably just quit. Just listen. Here's the plan. Just start showing up at my place. Just show up, and I'll let you in. How long do you think before they'd figure out you're not there?
Honestly, my supervisor would be cool with it.
Yeah, exactly. So just show up. Just show
All
up.
right, I'll be there tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and have a good one. Bye bye.
Yep, bye.